Hi everyone. Today I am super excited to bring you a new product that you will be able to get from Cricut. They are going to be offering DTF transfers. Now these are meant for fabrics. They're not UV DTF, which is designed for hard surfaces. These are just for fabrics. They're great because they work on cotton, they work on polyester, they work on blends. You can put them on colored shirts, unlike sublimation. And they last a lot longer than iron-on, and they'll certainly last a lot longer than printable iron-on. So I'm going to start out. The directions tell us that we need, if we're using an Easy Press, which I'm using my Easy Press 3, we need to run it at a temperature of 350. So I'm going to set that. And then our timing will be 30 seconds. You should get a sheet similar to this one that gives you all the instructions. And I've got some transfers set up here right now that I'm going to use. I'm going to make some shirts for my grandkids. I have my pressing mat for my AutoPress, just because I'm working under my camera and my AutoPress doesn't fit here. I have a Teflon sheet that I also got from Cricut. They come in a box like this. You get 3 really big ones, and I generally cut mine down into smaller sizes to make them useful for the projects that I work on. And we also need a lint roller. You always want to lint roll your fabric before you press any kind of iron-on onto it, because you just never know what kind of dust or debris might have gotten on it that you can't see, and that can end up under your transfer and make it not adhere properly. So while that's heating up, our first shirt I'm going to do for my granddaughter. Now this shirt is polyester, recycled polyester at that. Let me get rid of this tag. I'm still waiting for my Easy Press to heat up, so I will go ahead and lint roll my shirt while I'm waiting. Okay, now what I like to do when I'm doing an iron-on is I will fold my shirt in half, making sure I'm matching up that shoulder seam. And then if there are seams on the side, I match those as well. I just kind of shake it to make sure it's nice and even. And I'll just kind of smooth it out with my hands just to make sure I don't have any big bumps going on. Now my Easy Press isn't heated all the way up yet, but it'll work fine for this preheat. You should always press your shirt just a little bit before you actually press your iron-on or any other transfer to help remove any kind of moisture and make sure that it's smooth and you don't have wrinkles. Now by doing that, I now have a great seam going right down the center of my shirt, and I can use that as my guide as to where I want to put my design. Now let's see, this one's from my granddaughter. I have 2 of these. I have this darker maroon shirt, and then I have a lighter pink shirt. I want to put this one on the pink shirt, so I'm going to set that one aside. This one is the one that I'm going to put on this shirt. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my transfer, and I'm going to kind of fold it in half. I'm just kind of making sure that my design lines up about halfway. That looks pretty good. And I'm just going to pinch. Well, if I can hold on to it, I'm going to pinch right here and right here. That'll give me a little line at the top and bottom so I can make sure that I'm straight. Now, because this is a kid's shirt, I won't go this far down the shirt because then it would end up in her belly. I usually do about 2 fingers or so. And I am going to line that up in the center the best I can. And then I'm going to grab some heat-resistant tape. I'll put one piece up here. Then I'm going to put another piece down here. You don't really need to tape the thing down really sturdy because you're not going to be moving your press. That's another important thing. Don't move your press. Once you press it down, leave it where it's at. Try not to move it. And I'm going to put my pressing sheet on top. I'm also going to be careful not to get my press on this seam up here because that could cause uneven pressing. For these, you need firm pressure. Now, when they say firm, they do not mean to put this on the floor and stand on it, nor do they mean to put it on a hard surface and put all your body weight into it. That's really not necessary. I'm going to set my press down. I'm going to start my timer, and I'm just going to lean. I'm not standing here trying to push this thing through my table. I'm just leaning. And this should go for 30 seconds. And then this is a cool peel, cold peel, however you want to word that. So after I press this one, I'm going to set it aside and I'm going to go ahead and press the next one. So this one has a chance to cool off. Okay. Now you may have noticed that my shirt is discolored a little bit where my press was. This is really common with things like red. It tends to discolor, but once the shirt cools off, that will go away. Okay, now here is my other shirt. I'm going to do that same thing again. I'm going to match up my shoulder seams. And then I'm going to go down the side. Match up my other seam. I'm just going to kind of smooth it out just to make sure I don't have any big wrinkles under it. We'll just give it about 5 seconds. That's usually all it takes. Okay. Now we're going to lay that out. And again, you can see I've got a nice line going down the middle. I'm going to lint roll. I usually do that first. Okay, now I'm going to grab my transfer. Now this one's a bit bigger, but I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to kind of make sure that I'm roughly in the middle. And I'm going to pinch it at the top. And I'm going to give it a little pinch at the bottom. I'm really close, so I don't want to pinch my actual transfer. Okay, and again, I'm probably going to go down, you know, about 2 fingers. If my granddaughter was here, I'd probably actually hold the shirt up to her and kind of use her and measure it against her. Now on this one, I'm just going to go over here on the 2 sides. I really don't think it matters. Okay, that looks good. Again, I'm going to cover it with my sheet. We're going to do the same exact thing. I'm going to set my press down. I'm going to start it, and then I'm going to lean. I've been so excited for Cricut to get these. And I will do another video later, and I will show you how the purchase part works to make it easier on you. You will order these direct from Cricut, and then they will ship them out to you. Okay, now I'm going to set this one aside to cool. Now this one is nice and cool now. Move my tape. Look, guys, no effort at all. It just peeled right off. Oh, this is so nice. This is super thin, so it's not going to be as thick as it would be with iron-on. Let me see if I can get you a better. Look at how awesome that looks. And this is great because you can pick a multicolored picture to do just like you would with sublimation. So you're not having to use several different colors of iron-on. And I mean, I can feel this. It is here, but it is super thin. And it is definitely well attached. I don't feel any edges with my nails. Isn't that cute? Okay. Now get that one out of the way. Now let's bring in our cow. This one's pretty well cooled off now too. And this one, same thing. It's peeling off super easy. I'm really not having to mess with it at all. And it feels really stuck. I'm not feeling any loose edges whatsoever. I'll bring this closer so you guys can see. I just love this design. These are designs that came straight from Cricut. And you can see they're still pretty stretchy. I'll put this one away. All right, and I think I'm going to do one more. I have one that I wanted to do for my grandson. And this one is cotton. Okay, and we're going to do the same exact thing we did before. We are going to lint roll to make sure that we don't have any extra fibers, dog hairs, dust, whatever. Same process. I'm going to fold the shirt in half and match up my shoulders. You don't ever want to use this tag in the middle because sometimes it's not in the middle and then you end up with a very crooked shirt. Okay, and then I'll go down here and make sure I've centered up my bottom. Oh, see, I can feel it that it's not centered right here in the armpit. There we go. Now it's all centered. And again, I'm just going to press this for a few seconds, giving my center seam to use as a guide. Pull out any moisture. Okay, now for this one, I've got this really cute truck. He is really into trucks right now. Now again, because my transfer is really close to this edge, I'm just going to pinch it gently because I don't want to bend the transfer. And as you can see, I have just a little bit of a line there. Now he is even younger than his sister, so I'm probably going to go up just a little bit higher for him. That looks good. Key here is not to move it when I set my hand back on it. There's one piece of tape. There's another piece of tape. We're going to put our sheet back on. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to set it down right up close to the seam, but not actually touching it. Start the timer and lean. This is like the longest 30 seconds of your life. I'm always so excited to see how everything turns out. And normally I would have my little mini easy press sitting here as well, just in case something didn't stick around an edge or something like that, so I could hit it with my mini press instead of having to press the whole thing again. But I forgot it, so we're winging it. I think that's going to look amazing. Now my pad right here is really hot, so I'm going to move that. And I also have faith that this works, so I'm going to go ahead and shut off my easy press while I wait for this to cool. Nope, still hot. Nope, not quite. Peeled off super easy. Again, I had no effort whatsoever. It wasn't really stuck to it. Not like iron-on can be. How neat is that? My grands are going to be so excited with the new shirts. And I think you're going to be super excited with the new DTF offerings from Cricut. I hope you get some on, try them out, and happy crafting!